In today's video, we will learn the skills necessary to engage in conversation with narcissists without putting yourself in danger. I believe you're going to want to have this. So let's get started. I just wanted to say hi in case you found my channel today for the first time. For us to properly greet you, we would appreciate it if you could tell us a little about yourself in the comment space below. In the event that you have already subscribed, it would be a pleasure to have you back. Your attendance and concern are very much appreciated. Please consider subscribing to the channel and clicking the bell icon so that you are notified immediately whenever a new video is uploaded. Without further ado, here are some tried and true methods for demonstrating to a narcissist who is in charge. In order to successfully discredit a narcissist, you must first have a solid understanding of the relevant facts. You run the risk of becoming a target if you argue with a narcissist without any base. Because of this, if you are set on pursuing this course of action, you need to be sure that your body is able to deal with any and all situations that could potentially be stressful. The greater your power, the greater the possibility that they will flee with their tails wagging. Keep in mind that the narcissist will quickly identify your vulnerabilities and go out of their way to cause you harm once they have done so. Therefore, it's important to avoid displaying any signs of weakness while they are around. Make sure that you are aware of the consequences of your conduct in this situation. Carry on in spite of the fact that you may end up doing something else. Because narcissists are predators, it's your responsibility to steer clear of doing anything that can make you appear appetizing to them. The following are some of the most successful strategies for dealing with people who are narcissistic. First, you should avoid giving a response under all circumstances, regardless of how challenging or even remotely challenging it may be. Check to see if there were no facial expressions, body language, or any external cues of any kind during the sequence. When you're talking with people who are masters of manipulation, the last thing you want to do is put yourself in a position where you could be hurt. I beg you not to give them anything that could be used against you because they will. So tell me, what should you do? Remain non-reactive and show a poker face. Keep as much control over your emotions as you possibly can. Don't divulge any information about yourself, not even the smallest portion of what is going through your head. Maintaining your privacy is the best way to safeguard yourself and the people you care about. The Bible advises us not to cast our pearls before pigs and gives us the reason why. The most effective way to put a narcissist in their place is to make them feel powerless. You have to give the impression that it doesn't affect you when they do something that gets on your nerves. You will not be injured by their passive-aggressive behavior, nor will you be deceived by them, particularly if they are attempting to be unpleasant to you. Neither will you be duped by them. The narcissist is placed in their rightful place when they are unable to cause you any harm. Simply demonstrating that you're aware of their intentions by not reacting to what they do is sufficient. The actions that they are taking are completely irrelevant to you. They are completely irrelevant to anything that happens in your life. You don't find anything to be interesting or to provoke a reaction from you. The fewer tools they have at their disposal to employ against you, the less likely it is that they would make repeated efforts to irritate, disrupt, or even physically damage you. They play little games when they're not receiving any attention. For a narcissist, receiving any attention at all is better than receiving none at all. Therefore, you should avoid providing them with any attention at all, even if it is upsetting. You should do nothing, and everything will turn out okay. Second, take off your rose-colored glasses and throw off all of your preconceived notions and assumptions about narcissists. This comes at a price, and in exchange, you are required to be completely and ruthlessly honest. If you want to succeed in this, you have to be honest with yourself and know what to anticipate from the other people and the things that you're interacting with. If you don't anticipate them to be decent, kind, honest, and truly loving folks beyond what they have exhibited to you, you will have a lower chance of being startled and caught off guard. As a direct result of this, you'll inherently be endowed with authority and strength. Empaths, as a rule, are able to see past the harmful actions of others and focus on the caring and positive qualities that they see in those around them. However, Please pay more attention to the actions they are taking rather than the words they are saying. The assertions that a person makes are easy to articulate, but do their actions back up what they say? Warning signs should never be disregarded. Be truthful with yourself about what you're going through, rather than telling yourself lies about how you're feeling about the situation you're in. When you see through their lies, trickery, and false sense of superiority, when you see through their phony front, they realize that they don't have you in their grasp. In other words, when you see through their phony front, they realize that you are no longer deceived. In this sense, you just bring them down several levels because you're able to view everything in exquisite detail. You can avoid getting thrown off by their presence by becoming a beacon of truth and outstanding judgment in your field. This will have the opposite effect on them as it will have on you. This is the most powerful thing that could ever exist. Put away your rose-colored glasses and go on a journey toward extreme self-honesty and acceptance as an alternative to denying reality and hoping for miracles. This will help you see things more clearly. Realize that narcissists don't change their behavior since they don't care what others think of them. 3. It would be wonderful if you could also figure out how to eliminate the influence of your ego in the situation. Narcissists, on the other hand, are incapable of carrying out such a task. You don't have to have the last say regardless of whether or not you agree with what they said. If you want this to work, it is not required to have the right answer either. If people don't believe what you say, you have no obligation to defend or explain yourself to them. To tell you the truth, you can't. However, they enjoy seeing you dance and plead to be noticed and comprehended by others. This is the crux of the problem. They are not going to acknowledge your point of view, and because of the size of their egos, they are unable to admit that they understand what it is that you are saying to them. For this reason, you should put aside your pride and give them the impression that they were the last one to speak. Be careful to take care of yourself first and foremost. That is the single most helpful thing you can do to improve the state of your health. 4. The effective defense against a narcissist is to establish boundaries that are both explicit and unyielding in their stance. Narcissists frequently have the mistaken belief that they are more deserving than they actually are. You are going to understand, whereas they will not. One could argue that the word "no" itself constitutes a whole sentence. I'll think about it. I'll get back to you. Or indicate that you need time to think about how to respond to a narcissist's requests, demands, and expectations in a way that is healthy, mature, and responsible. You shouldn't give in to feelings of guilt or shame or any other sort of bullying. It is vital that what you say and what you mean are consistent with one another. When you don't provide what you promise, it's easy to lose people's trust in you and your business. Your laws will be obeyed by healthy individuals. They will be grateful that you made it clear when it was time to set limits and boundaries, and that you did it consistently. When it comes to narcissists, the opposite is true. In the event that they don't give up and go on without a fight, your boundaries ought to be stricter and more clearly defined. In addition to this, you need to educate yourself on how to defend yourself both emotionally and physically. I really hope that this little explanation is of some use to you. In the space provided below, we would appreciate it if you could share your thoughts and any personal experiences you may have had. Consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell icon located below the video to receive notifications of new videos when they are uploaded. I am extremely appreciative of both your time and your attention. Thanks.